Guys, welcome back. It has definitely been a while, but I can successfully say that the computer's been upgraded. The game runs so much better now. We are on Windows 10 and on a solid-state drive, more RAM. The game literally loads instantaneously, so I imagine we're going to be able to grow many cities in that sense. And I was feeling pretty constructive, and I know towards actually a few episodes now I've been saying that we should be making our first cargo line. And I was just kind of sneaking a peek at some of the cargo, and it really does look like the best area in the whole, part of our little network is just this one line right here. And our trucks, they're not really keeping up. So you can kind of see this place is on overdrive, and they're actually sending logs all the way down there on their own. So what I was going to do, which is super simply add a, basically replace this with a cargo train station. And I just put the bridge in now because that's probably the hardest part, right? And then, yeah, just essentially, bring the logs a little bit faster down here, and then we can have the trucks dedicated to bringing the goods into either city. So hopefully we can make a little bit more money that way, and we can basically get ourselves our first working cargo line, in terms of the trains, right? So fingers crossed there. I'm hoping that there's going to be enough room for us to sneak a train station without having any issues. Hopefully this will connect, right? Maybe a little back road might help. See how that might look. Even if it's no, we have to go just from the other side. That way it's a bit closer to the train station. There's a limited distance on how far the goods will travel. We probably are safe with this, to be honest. And then this intersection can be worked around if we provide the proper bypass. So for the moment, we'll have this train line literally just be between these 2 points. So we'll have to do a garage or something. That's super simple. All right, now we probably should do the same thing and maybe keep what we have just for the time being. Or no, you know what? That's not going to work. So we'll pause this. I am actually going to destroy this. The vehicle's in the way, so the line is going to have to be redone afterwards. So let's find out what line it is, which is that pinky one. So I think it's this guy right here. So yeah, we'll send these guys all back to the garage, and then we'll just delete this line. Okay, so speed back up just temporarily. Pause that again now. Perfect. Okay, so replace that with that. And, if that's smoother, it is. Why don't we go like this? Well, once it's finished, I guess. Okay, so I don't want it to be an atrocious height. I'm kind of stuck with that, am I, huh? I guess that's for the sake of the speed. Okay. Goodness, what is the game trying to do here for us? That's too silly. So I guess we actually have to stay upwards. There we go. Just for the sake of clearing that. Yeah, that's okay. Even if we can go back down. Okay, that works. Okay, now we decided that was going to be the outside. Let the game do its own terraforming here, just for the sake of the speed. That's not too bad. Oh, and guys, goodness, there's been an update for the game. Check us out. Now we got all these props and stuff to use, which is crazy. It's totally out of nowhere. Trees and stuff we can plant again. So, very impressed. It's just totally out of nowhere too. Okay. let's get the other side of this going. And we do have a lot of money in the bank, so we're okay just to kind of keep us on pause until we figure this whole thing out. It's not the worst connection. It does kind of dip a little bit. That does look silly. I wonder why those are being so uncooperative. Yes, devote a little bit of money here to research. It does want the exact same thing. It does kind of make sense since we haven't really done anything different. Okay, what if we go... Am I making things better or worse here? No, that's definitely worse. You know what? Let's just leave it how it is. Or how it was, I should say. Because I'm gonna ask for trouble, you know? Might not be the best looking thing on the eyes, but we get good speed through it. May have to do this bridge part again. Oh, that means I have to do the whole back of it again as well. Oh goodness. Hopefully not. Yep, it's gonna... Sometimes, you know, when it rains, it pours. Okay. Wow. You are something else sometimes. Sometimes the game is just, you know, feels like it's out to get you. I think that was partially my fault, though. Okay. Having deja vu. Finally get that back in working order. Okay. And just for back here, we'll need just a little bit of a garage or something. And let's just connect that. Just rather simply. Okay, upgrade our stations. Let's do a simple switch over here. Actually, why don't we just do it the other way? Try that out just out of curiosity. So let's make people wait right there, just pull them towards here. Just get these going. Just as per usual. And then same idea over here. And it is redundant to put these here, so we don't have to. Okay, so we'll stop you here, pull you towards there. And I won't really worry about this, because this is temporary, just in terms of signals, you know. We're not really going to use it that often, so I won't worry. Alright, now, are these guys going to be connected? That's the real question. Okay, so I'm going to put this on play. Let our trucks just go back to the depot, then we'll make a new line in just 1 second. Oops. I want to see if it says if it's connected. This is line usage, no. Okay, so is the key to that to make the line? I always get confused sometimes when I'm doing these things. Okay. So that's essentially that. Those trucks are still doing their job to get goods, which is fine. So that should say line usage, yes. And Alright, so let's just take a gamble and put a train on here and just see if that'll be the missing ticket. Okay. So we need something that's very strong. We're towing lumber, that's really strong, but what's our cost? Yeah, I like the price of this one versus the power too. Okay, well, we'll try this guy here. And since it's just a gambler, we're going to do just one train to start. And if it works well, we can pile it up and, you know, maybe put another one on. Okay. And I'm hoping that once we get a train line going, this thing will think that it's now connected to a line. And then hopefully we'll get the wood starting to store the depot here. So let that just run for a little bit. There we go. Yes! Oh my goodness, perfect. Sometimes it just works. Alright. Oh, we can hold 54 wood. That's a pretty decent amount. I should have looked at that. Alright, so hopefully this now fills up in between the times. We'll put that back on 3 speed. That's a pretty rocking little train, actually. Alright, so we can keep this part open, I guess. So 6 wood. Definitely not 54. So I think we know not to add any more trains just yet. Same with, you know, more vehicles on the track, or on the train itself. Yeah, that thing's fairly quick. So the goal of this is just to be faster than the game would bring it across, and then faster than the trucks would be. And then hopefully the payoff is that it makes more money than it costs in terms of, you know, maintenance. So that guy definitely doesn't like to wait. But he's bringing 14 this trip. So is 14 enough to make this a profitable line? That's our economics question right here. So not enough data yet to kind of figure this out. Then we have to take into account too, you know, is that including, you know, our product over here? 110k in the next, so I think we'll be okay. So let this run, and if we get a little bit of production boost, which we could, we're still 11. All right, well we'll come back to this, but I think we're in the right, you know, steps in the right direction here. And if we wanted to, we could make this train wait longer, and that way it'll pick up, you know, we could force it to have a full load. But, I don't know. We will just see. So let that run. And then I think the next little project we can move on to, just as this kind of works in the background, is let's get Port St. Oh goodness, Port St. Lucie ready for you know what I was going to say. I was going to say Lucie again. Ready for some buses. And of course everything else too, right? But okay, so this is our usual song and dance here. Let's build up the outskirts. Give our city some good shape, you know. Oops. Oh, cool. Get a nice little bridge happening. And I expect this place to be big, you can kind of tell already. And it's just for a helping hand for traffic. So it's a little ring road kind of idea right here.
Oh yeah!
What do we unlock? Oh cool! 18 wheelers. That is super neat. Oh, I'm excited for that. That's actually a cool new locomotive too. Alright, so let's slow this down. Don't want to get too far ahead here in the time. Okay. Where are we going to put our train station? Because our goal is to kind of make... So I kind of think actually what we should do is we should make kind of like a Y shape right here, right? So have our train station over on this side. We can even make it maybe in here and have some train lines come through the city. And we'll connect over to Ontario, stay on the outskirts of that, and then we can maybe use this little offshoot, you know? And then where can that go? Oh, I can go to Wilmington, that's fine. And then from here, we can go in a straight line down to Wichita, and then hit Akron, and then, you know, down to Torrance or Tampa, just kind of sneak, you know, on the other side of this lake, basically. And then at Wichita, we could have a different line go over to, say, Bellevue, and just stay on this side of the lake. And that can meet up with the line coming out of Grand Prairie. The two of them can, you know, hang out here, and then everyone can end in, like, Pomona or something. As like, or we can even have them all sneak around and go to Hollywood. Lots of options. Okay. So now that I see it, logically, I think we should probably be connecting these two together. Oh, and you know what? Since we're this far in, I think it's pretty easy, or since we're only this far in, easy to switch over to some bus lanes. I was talking about wanting to do that too. So that's an easy way to get some going. Put them in our little ring road. And we'll make this city a little bit more of a kind of a bus focus. Say with like one tram line going through it. Oh, darn it. Just not enough space, huh? Okay, well that's not the end of the world. I wonder if we pause. The buildings. Ooh, it's a little bit pricey. I'd rather not, actually. Okay. New plan of attack. Aha, not enough space as well. Okay, that's not the end of the world, though. Oh, really not enough space, huh? Okay, well, for the sake of simplicity, I guess we won't be adding bus lanes just to that part. Which is fine. They will help, obviously, wherever they end up, but can't be everywhere. What we now have basically is like two little corridors kind of working its way through the city. Yeah, that should pretty much help out. Get our buses moving faster. And it's tempting to bring that kind of through here, connect to that, have this go even through here, even if we can't get, you know, we just get a bus lane. Yeah, no bus lane at all. Yeah, this might be a choke point eventually, but it's too expensive for us to fix right now. I don't really want to take out too much money, you know? Yeah, let's put this on that one speed. Although I'm not normally a fan of, you know, having the the game running while I'm doing the upgrades here. Ooh, electric too. Goodness, so much to consider. Okay. So since I can't do that, do the next best thing. Just bypass that part of the city. Okay, so not enough space here either. To be honest, I'm not surprised. That is a very tight little intersection. There we go. That's now enough space. Perfect. I thought I was going to get lucky there, but nope. Unfortunately not, so that's cool. There we go. Now we're making progress. Now I feel like we're doing something. And since we got some money coming back in, let's maybe take another road right over the river here. Just kind of thinking for options, you know? More of these great bus lanes. And just out of sheer curiosity, let me look at our line. Hey, okay, look at that, minus 13. So that's almost a break even. I mean, which could be worse, right? So yeah, it's not too bad. Let's go take a look at it again. Is the same number of wood still waiting? Is that still the same essential speed? No, it's slowed down a bit, it looks like. Oh no, production actually got up by 4, so I am mistaken. Now, is it worth taking one piece off or making this wait? I'm gonna pause this. That is a great looking train. That's really cool. I'm digging this little, you know, where the lumber and everything hangs out. Honestly, this is a great game. Just visually, I have a lot of fun just staring at the little details. Alright, well, let's not, you know, question the bigger things here. Let's kind of worry about the task at hand. But at least the train's not losing us monstrous amounts of money, so I can live with that. Alright, that's quite the extensive bus network. Very happy to see that. Can we get something through here, though? Darn, that's going to be expensive, I imagine. No, that's not the worst. 400k? I think it's worth blowing up. Connect that, make a little, kind of not roundabout, but you know what I mean? Like an area for making the buses kind of turn around and everything. Well, that's essentially fine. We'll just do this last little bit there, and then let's start... Oh, darn it. That's weird. Wonder why I took out both parts of that intersection. That's such is life sometimes. There we go. Alright, now hopefully no problems from this point. There we go. Silky smooth. Oh, well, hello there. That was a nice little surprise. Just again, bypassing that one little spot, which I do foresee being a little bit tricky. You know what? Let's just do it. What is that price in the grand scheme anyway, right? Oh boy. It's getting out of control now. Yeah, we'll eventually forget this anyway, right? Now, I do realize that's not necessarily the straightest connection, but at this point, I will take anything I can get that's better than what we had before. Okay. Well, how about that? It's like bus capital of the, you know, whole network right here. And why not? Since we're on a roll. Okay, so I will allow for, say, a couple tram lines. Okay, so ideally not where the buses are, so let's find out where the train station's going first. And we did say it was going to go on the side over here. Let's take advantage of this cool intersection. And you never know when you need a fifth track sometimes. Even if we don't use it. Alright, that's cool. Especially when the city kind of grows around it. Alright, so speaking of that, And we'll use bus lanes just in case. That's just to get ourselves... Wow, we are out of money. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. 3 speed it is. Oh, there you go, $500,000. Perfect. And of course, we are just doing this so that, you know, the city has a chance to kind of establish some boundaries where the rails are. And comfortably build around what we tell it to. And let's just link that as well, why not? Worry about signals maybe a little bit afterwards. Okay, so upgrade that. Perfect. That should probably... No, actually, you know what? No one's going to use that. That's a back service road. That's fine. Okay, now what direction are we pointing at? Let's just get this out of here first. Oh, there we go. So for sure, 2 are going this way. Actually, this one can go really tight eventually, and just kind of turn, just to bypass Wichita. Or not bypass, but are we going to have this go 2 different ways? Yeah, we can have a bypass. Why not? Let's have an express to Akron. Yeah, let's do that. So that means we'll use this as well for this one. So the one on the outside will go to Akron, and then these 2 will go to Wichita, and then this one can go to Ontario. Yeah, so you never know when you need that extra track, right? And if that works like that... Oh, you know what we could even do again is like another loop with Ontario, but on the other side. Well, isn't that an interesting idea? We didn't plan the rails like that, but... No, we'll do that later. We'll do that in another place. Or if we want, we could even... Oh goodness, this is so tempting now. No, this is too silly. Let's just kind of keep this a normal kind of train. So we'll go like that. And then we'll just, you know, make another... Yeah, on that side. There, and then just work that over. But we're going to have to make that kind of curve. And it's either going to go as a tunnel this way and connect to here, because who else is down here, right? Wilmington, that's right. Maybe the front is a little bit better, kind of coming through here. Yeah, let's do that. Okie dokie. So we'll connect Ontario first, since we're deciding on this, and we're right here. And just going for speed. There we go. And so I can just see that. You know, it's a lot of truck traffic we're disturbing, though. I wish... Okay. Maybe let's take a look at the back here. Seems so indecisive. Haven't played this in ages, right? Wow, in terms of cost, there's absolutely no way. Definitely not. So I'm glad we just took that quick little, you know, assessment right there, but definitely the answer is very clear. Okay, sorry, trucks. You'll be slightly inconvenienced. Just ever so slightly. Okay, so let's get... Oy, that's not really the nicest. Okay, so that means... Yeah, I think we can do a better job than that, right? This space thing is so frustrating sometimes. And that's simply the spacing in between the two intersection points that are kind of hidden, you know? See where the white kind of, where the boundary point almost is? That little, this one right here, that's the issue. How small that space is. Okay, so we tried this. Is that too crazy? A little bit, right? Yeah, no, I think I'm overthinking this. Let's go as fast as we can. There we go. So gained a little bit of better angle versus before. Okay, now where did that other point end up? Well, there you are. Oh yeah, that's much better for speed. So we'll just change, you know, how those kind of curve, which is super easy to do. And whatever one we ended up here using, we'll just kind of work that in as a switch or something later on down the road. So just bring that like this. Perfect. Okay, so hopefully those, like I said, those buses won't be too inconvenient and all those trucks going by. But really there's only just, you know, a few trains going through. It's not like this is going to be one of the busier, you know, busier spaces. And I guess just because of the way our spacing is set up, we actually have to put our switch a little bit further back. There we go. So, not the best, but it is, you know, as close as we can get it. And so that means that anybody coming this way will then stop here, just to allow trains, you know, coming out. Oh no, our trains, some of them are at the end of their life. Which one is this one? No, my favorite ones. Oh, all good things do come to an end. Oh my goodness. The end of an empire with those trains. Okay, so we should probably bank some money and think about which ones we want to use to replace those. And that is one of our, like, you know, most profitable lines, so definitely it's going to be priority to get that up and running again. But no, I kind of like this is a nice little addition to the network. Finally got port to St. Lucie, my favorite tongue twister. Some days I can't speak. Finally got that connected to the network. We did get a cargo line going, even if it was just a small one. No, not a bad little episode at all. So I think we're gonna have to call her quits kind of soon. We're kind of coming up on our little time limit here. But no, I'm digging this. So I think, yeah, for next episode we'll get the in-town transit lines going. We'll upgrade a few more of those roads to incorporate some trams, and then we'll get that line working in between here. And you know what we could even do is make Port St. Lucie connect all the way to Wilmington and make that little line. And then that could even hit Amarillo, sorry, and we can have like another circular loop. And that could actually be a better kind of idea than what I was thinking before. Okay, so yeah, there we go, some long-term solutions right there. And then so yeah, we'll upgrade this, get some bus lines going. Let's sneak one more peek at our, I'll just pause things here because our poor trains are starting to accumulate on the maintenance. Look at that, making money, perfect. Maybe the same as the trucks, but I see, you know, nothing but good things happening for the future for this little train line. And then, you know, it depends on how the cities grow and stuff, but we can always take over the train doing the cargo work in terms of getting the freight or something back to a city. But I find trucks are pretty efficient at that, especially if we switch over to some big rigs. So yeah, next episode we'll also do some you know, upgrades for some of the vehicles. And what I might do is let it run just a little bit just to kind of accumulate some money. And possibly sell off some old vehicles. Alright guys, well it's great to be back. Sorry it took so long, I just got a little bit caught up with some City Skyline stuff. An update for that also came out too, that kind of pulls my time a little bit. And for those of you that do watch that series as well, I'd kind of appreciate you guys kind of spilling over and, you know, working both sides of the video angles, you know. It's kind of fun to get a little bit of variety in the content. And I kind of see this game is a lot of fun for me, right? Because I kind of see this having like little tabletop trains, you know, in your garage, that kind of same feel, right? But you get to do a little bit of city building along with it, which I thoroughly enjoy. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you in the next episode. Hopefully, you guys, you know, drop some fun comments. It's been a while since I've talked to most of you, but yeah, no, I kind of like this. So let me know what your thoughts are on this. And yeah, I'll get a new one, new episode coming out pretty soon. I got some time this weekend to kind of marathon a few. That way, you know, worst case scenario, I can always release them, you know, here and there, and that way we don't run out of content. And just in case, you know, I can't film these every day type of thing. All right, guys. Well, I will see you the next one. Like I said, it's great to be back. And until then, take care.